Good morning, guys! Welcome to the English lesson. Before starting the lesson, let's watch the video.
A favored position at the center. Greece could rule the world.
Why is it, Master? In myth, these lands you speak of are known. India, where Heracles and Dionysus traveled. All these men who went east, Theseus, Jason, Achilles, were victorious. From generation to generation, their stories have been passed on. Why? Unless there is truth to them.
Tales of Amazons, Minotaurs, Gorgons, Icarus flying into the sun. No, Alexander. Only common people believe these tales, as they believe most anything. We are here precisely to educate ourselves against such foolish passions.
But if we are superior to the Persians, as you say, why do we not rule them? It has always been our Greek dream to go east. My father long wants it.
The East has a way of swallowing men and their dreams.
But still, to think it's these myths that lead us forward to the greatest glory. Why is it wrong to act on them?
I can only warn you, not teach you. Beware of what you dream for. The gods have a way of punishing such pride.
Philip brought such as Aristotle from Athens to educate our rough people. And growing more ambitious, he now planned the invasion of Persia.
Now, let's carefully study the pictures. Who or what do you think we will talk about today? Of course, today we will reveal the images of Alexander and Aristotle in Abaya's poem Iskander. Learning objectives of today's lesson are to understand most specific information in unsupported extent and talk on a wide range of general and curricular topics. Also, we will explain and justify your own point of view on a range of general and curricular topics. What do we know about Aristotle and Alexander the Great? How does the world know them? Alexander the Great, commonly known as Alexander the Great, was a king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon. There is a lot of information about him since ancient times. Scientists continue to explore his life. Here, you see the most important information about the great commander in a nutshell. Everyone who learns and deals with literature, philosophy, art, science, rhetoric knows about scientists. It's impossible to list everything that the great philosopher did. You can also get acquainted with the most important facts about the life of a philosopher. We draw attention to the fact that Aristotle was Alexander's tutor. Aristotle taught Alexander and his friends about medicine, philosophy, morals, religion, logic, and art. Under Aristotle's tutelage, Alexander developed a passion for the works of Homer, and this teacher-learner phenomenon nowadays is being used in different spheres of life. Clear proof of our words, one of the most frequently copied and widely disseminated books in Europe from the 13th to the 15th centuries are The Secret of Secrets. Formally, it contains advice from the great philosopher Aristotle to the world conqueror Alexander the Great. Aristotle's advice covers everything from Alexander's diet and personal everyday activity to how to conduct war. Enmeshed with this technical advice and elite political interests responding to changing political circumstances across more than a millennium. According to Arabic manuscripts, probably conveying text written before 987, Alexander wrote to Aristotle, "Guys, read the letters and determine its meaning and intentions of the authors." Can we describe two great men by reading their letters? And how did Abai do it? Abai Kunambayev's long narrative poems such as Iskander, dedicated to Alexander the Great, solidified his reputation as the leading poet of the Kazakh nation. In addition to the poem, Abai remains the modern of poetry, common in the East in the spirit of the literary tradition Nazira. But the ideological and the artistic content of Abai's work goes beyond the framed work of Nazir. Here, the great poet is independent of Oriental models. The image of Alexander the Great is very popular and in the native folk art and in the classical poetry of the East. There are large poetic works, poems by Firdausi, Nizami, Nawai, in many folklore and written works of the peoples of the East. Alexander was associated with historical truths as a fairy tale hero, a great general, a wise ruler. In the poem Iskander, Abai refuses the idealization of the great conqueror and creates the image of cruel, greedy man. The wise Aristotle was opposed to Alexander. How do you think? Abai uses the name Iskander instead of Alexander. Yes, there are a lot of works on this question, but closer to reality is the fact that it is known that the work of Abai's time had a large audience than readers. Therefore, it is understandable that the name of the protagonist was chosen by Iskander, who was accustomed to listening and speaking rather than Alexander, who was hard on the ears of the listeners at that time. And now, guys, let's read chapter from the poem. How do you define the meaning of each of them? Please do matching task. So, guys, time is up. Let's check your knowledge. Through this poem, Kazakhs in the spiritual history formed the Kazakh understanding and the image of Alexander the Great, and once again realized that it was unfair to put an eye on the land and wealth of others. Abai took steps to awaken the liberation consciousness of the Kazakh people who suffered from Russian colonialism, describes evil, glorifying justice and wisdom. And if evil the Alexander, then who is justice? Of course, Aristotle. His image appears at the end of the poem. The meaning and the significance of the bone pulling all the gold of the scales is unrevealed by the wisest of wise men, the oldest of wise men, Aristotle. Please find in the poem the line where Aristotle gives a meaning of the gift and the idea of the whole poem. This is an eye bone. Men have greedy eyes. They always crave more land, more gold, more wealth. But when they die, the lust is gratified by one small handful of the painless earth. And this is how the poet condemns the conquests of Iskander, his violence against the peoples, his greed, love of glory, cruelty. The human mind is embodied in the image of Aristotle. Abai affirms the supreme role of reason in the life of society. He reflects on the honor and the duty, on the dignity of a person, on generosity, on everything that most of the works of the classics of Kazakh literature are devoted to. Next activity we are going to do is called Who Said What? Your task is to read the text and determine the author of the words. 3 variants of answers are given for you. A. Alexander. B. Aristotle. C. The keeper. Through this one gate your armies shall not ride, The way is barred for it leads straight to Allah. I have great plans, I am after lofty aims. Just give me something, then some drifting token. My story of this happening to support. It's not an ordinary bit of bone, as you, my king, will soon see for yourself. Well, with this little bone upon the scales and the gold upon the other dish, we will place. Abay had a hard time experiencing the vices of contemporary Kazakh society: injustice, lack of rights, violence, inter-clan struggle, ignorance. Just always pissed him off that many of his contemporaries lived only for the sake of wealth, rank, glory. And the poem about Iskander, although written on a historical theme, sharply condemns these vices. The rules of reason shows its superiority over power. Using historical material, Abay points to topical social and moral problems. Before Abay, Kazakh literature didn't know such a combination of historical and burning modern problems. For the reflection, please make up an imaginary dialogue. You have to use what you know about a character to figure out what would say what. Thank you very much for your active participation. Lesson is over. Goodbye.